What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's having a good day. We're live for the Boxem office hours every Thursday at 4 p.m. If you guys are watching on the replay and you want to make sure you don't miss the next one, sounds cheesy, but hit the little bell below and you'll get notified when we are live. We love hopping on here and answering any questions you guys got about selling on Amazon, shipping products in, all that good stuff, sourcing items. If you want us to take a look at any products you've been looking at recently, you can always drop the ASIN in chat. That's been fun recently as well. But yeah, let us know who we got. What's up, David? I saw David's early to stream.
Yeah, David's one of my guys here. Yeah, I had that call with him on Saturday, which will be good. Okay, new in Amazon seller news. So Amazon is asking you to reprove that the Nike products you're selling are legit, basically with essentially like a 2-day warning. Did you get the email?
Probably. I need to double check.
So I did. A bunch of people in my coach program did like a month ago. And everyone that I've known that's gone ahead and done the steps.
Is it the F7?
Let me check. I don't think so, dude. It's like everyone.
Because I had them give me a brand review on a couple brands.
Oh, okay. So let's see. No, I don't think, dude. It literally just says by April 24th, basically. We've seen stuff like this is a month or two ago, I believe, is at the start of March. Don't think it's anything out of the ordinary. Going to go ahead and take these steps to beat it. Don't panic if you get something like that. It's completely normal to process, and it cleanses Amazon long term to make sure that the stuff that
every time we've had documentation requests, we get approved pretty quick, and then it just keeps especially with Nike. I know there was a couple Christmases ago, it just got flooded with fake stuff and prices went crazy low and it was literally impossible to make money. So
yeah, 2022, that was when Section 3 was invented for all the right reasons.
Yeah. As big of a headache as it can cause, at least it keeps prices nice and high for us.
Yeah, and the biggest thing to understand is that getting denied for ungates is 100% normal. It's part of the game. It typically happens on average 5 to 10 times per brand. Just keeps them in the same documentation. Don't worry about what Amazon says in those denial emails, and understand that sometimes you'll get on the second submission or the first submission for whatever reason, and one from Walmart approves crazy quick. So if you want to prove that we're not crazy talking heads online and that submitting for ungates actually works, just go do an and one product, buy 10 of it. You'll see that approved pretty quick. I had a major ungate black pillar telling me that it wasn't working. I challenged them to use Walmart for and one, and they were approved in about 4 minutes. So yeah, basically right there. So yeah, right. You get denied for ungates a couple times, completely normal. Keeps them in there. What's up, John Carl? Nice to see you.
What's good, John Carl?
We got an invoice from Target for PlayStation declined 20 times. What should I do? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes that'll just happen. The nice thing is, over time, the more stuff that you sell, the more stuff becomes automatic approval too. I'd say right around what I've seen with coaching guys, like the 10K in sales mark total, you start to get a lot more stuff. Even certain things like Great Value that you might have been applying for a while. Great Value is a good brand from Walmart. A lot of stuff just becomes basically auto ungate. Great Value being one of those when you sell enough stuff, basically, which is pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah. Paste that that email headline if you have it handy.
Cool. Yes. Yeah. Give me. It's actually the same one that you get for brand reviews.
Okay. I'm wondering if the one they sent me was the one that I had to beat. We can put it in chat for everybody in case you just want to check if they're requests and stuff. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't know if I have it, or I think I might have done it a little while ago. What up? Next trip. How's it going, man? Let's see. What's up, BWC? Let's see.
Dude, Steven, I felt like Steven left for Asia, I thought a week ago, and he's already back. It ended up being 2 months. I was just saying, time flies, man.
He was gone for, wasn't he? He was here before that, right?
Yeah, he was in the same.
That was 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but he's back already. Yeah, he's back already. So
where'd he go?
Will be at Miami Sellers Conference. Vietnam, Japan,
lit.
Laos.
Vietnam was fun. I've been there.
Laos, wherever that is. What's up, Michael here?
Let's see. What's up, Michael?
Are we going to have to send in 100? See, Dylan's a fellow Arkansas guy. So Dylan, you probably already have an item you sold 100 of. So just use the past receipts for that. I've also seen 10 work. Worst comes to worst, you just buy 105 of something from soccer.com. You know what I mean? What's up, Miles? Just past 6K in sale. Hey, come on, Jamel. That's my guy. Hey, Jamel, you haven't given our text group chat an update in 6 months, probably 4 months. But yeah, Jamal, toss up a school post. For whatever reason, Jamal has one of the highest engagement rates on Twitter too. Now he might tweet once a quarter right there, right? But he every now and again when he tosses it up, it gets a bunch of engagement. So yeah, Jamal,
Let's go 60K. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Give us a little update. I'm gonna hit you on school to make sure you do that too.
Absolutely. What if Amazon is accepting applications for approval? Then no one can get approved to sell that brand right now. You can just focus on something more profitable. If you need like super low hanging fruit, I was doing some auto ungated sourcing. I'll toss a video up in like a week or so on that. On some Cuddle Duds and Stafford. Found like several $100 in 15 minutes or so of sourcing. So lots of potential in like the low hanging fruit still.
So we can fight IP complaints. Exactly. Yeah. So a bunch of these listings wouldn't have sellers if that wasn't the case.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear about people who've been doing arbitrage for years and that kind of thing, right? Because they would be getting banned. That's like why you don't hear about people who do drop shipping for a really long time, because they are getting banned and it's not allowed, right? At least on Amazon specifically. So yeah, you can definitely go for that, Donna. We've both done it many, many times. We wouldn't sit on here every day telling you to do something that we know is going to get people banned. That'd be crazy.
Got to see if that LeBron Barbie doll does well on Amazon. I have a feeling it will.
I have no idea what you're on about, but absolutely. Yeah, let us know what other questions you guys got here. There should be a lot of Easter sales kicking in.
Pretty. I believe Easter's the 20th this year. Yeah.
So lots of Easter sales kicking in. There's already been a good amount of sourcing opportunity, especially in the last like few weeks. I'd say it's gotten a lot easier. So if you guys been discouraged previously, it's a good time to kind of dig in, spend that extra time. Let's see. Yeah, Giancarlo, you got a product. We can definitely take a look. Yeah, you want to pop it up? I can't copy paste. You know the drill.
Makes no sense. Yeah, and now I can. I can on this here. All right, so let's see. All right, we're gonna pop this up here. Yeah. So any ASINs y'all want us to review, guys, drop it in the chat here. Boom. All right, and let's see. Let's get a present here.
Yeah, Jim had a good question while you're getting that up too. He's talking about competitor stock counts. How much weight do you put on that when deciding how resale worthy? Yeah, so we might even see it on some example here, but the main thing is it's more about the trend of sellers. I almost never look at like total seller count unless it's like one, and then it's like maybe an IP concern. But it's more about like, is it decreasing? Has it been pretty stable recently? Is there a big increase recently? If so, then the price might drop. So the only real thing is one seller or a lot of recent sellers hopping on is kind of red flags to look out for.
Yep. So something like this here, right off the bat, I can see 100 plus bought. That's a good sign. Amazon is in buy box on this item. That doesn't mean you should automatically avoid it. However, we just need to take a quick glance at the Kiva chart and see if Amazon's dominating and has the entire buy box or not here. Oh, wow. Okay. So we can see. Yeah, Amazon is not.
They hopped on pretty recently.
Yeah, they did hop on.
They kind of go in and out of stock too.
Yeah. So probably would lean on avoiding this. But third-party sellers did make money this whole time here while Amazon wasn't in stock. Right. But if we go to like this month here so far, Amazon's been in, I guess you can't do month to date here, but yeah, like the past like 2 weeks, week, Amazon's been in stock the whole time. There's going to be better stuff out there just because like, it's going to be pretty tough to make.
So they said that I think that's what they sent it under. I think there's a different ASIN that they said is better. You want to check out that second one?
Okay, so let's see it. Yeah. Drop the second.
This would also be a good one, Giancarlo. If it is you could set a keep alert on there so that you know when Amazon's out of stock.
Oh, this one. This is lit. Better, yeah, good job. Okay, I also. Yeah, damn, this thing's flying. Good job. So check it out, y'all.
That's a way better listing, and the brand is correct. A lot of times, like duplicate listings, you see the brand is the wrong thing, but that's like the only.
So this guy's on target here at $4.79, right? Oh, it's out of stock though, but check if it's in stock for pickup, right? So at 4.79, this is an excellent listing. My sales tax already factored in, shipping already factored in. I could also do discounted gift cards from Card Bear here as well, so we can lower this buy cost too. Right. So now we go here. Boom. Card cookie might be small ones for Target. Let's see. Oh, yeah, $10. Yeah. So now let's see. Arbitrage card here, 7%. Should be decent size here. Check these bad boys out. And we can see. Oh, 0 in stock here. All right, yeah, 7%. Oh, that's cool. So here we go. So now we can buy discounted gift cards here and get an additional discount. So we take off 7% here. Even better. Now, so we can see good sales rank, good profit, good return on investment, ROI, right? And we can see this listing sells really well. Even though there's 70 sellers, the price is not going down. The price is nicely hanging out here. Good, right? So this has excellent movement. This is a crap ton of offer count movement. So we know it's selling well here. This is absolutely not a bad product. And what honestly I do if I were a lot of you guys watching this is I'd take a screenshot of this ASIN and I'd storefront stock from it. Definitely don't buy a lead you see in a video like this, right? But definitely I would recommend storefront stocking off. This would make a ton of sense right there because it's a very proven OA product, and the sellers on these listings probably have other stuff from Target as well here too. Yeah, let's see. Let's check out from Michael here as well. Boxem, keep on selling. You feel me? Yep. That's all you need here, guys. Let's see these bad boys. Damn, these are good too. Or these look good too. So let's see. So we can see 300 plus bought. Boom. FBM buy box right there. So y'all know you can FBM it here. Not amazing, but pretty good. Comp's trending up a bit, but there's no variations. Right? This is totally cool here.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. The only concern is that seller count increase might lower the price a little bit, but
yeah, I think it will a little bit. But regardless, we got excellent volume here.
Kind of already starting. That might be the price drop. It might drop a little bit more than that, but
yeah, it's the zero review boza there. See that?
That checks out. That checks out. Zero review probably don't have much in stock, man. I bet the price goes.
All facts though too. That's bro. That's what I'm saying, Brian. Yeah. Yep. All right, cool. I have 20 FBA. Should I pull them and resend? Honestly, yes, John Carlo. You should definitely FBM a skew like that, though, because there was really good movement on that. Like, there's a lot of profit being made on that guy. Yeah.
Amanda had a Boxem question here. We'll let you list out-of-stock items. Yeah, absolutely. So, like, if I go in and kind of create a shipment here, I can just go ahead and type, like, buy a product that I've sourced in the past, basically. And you can see like these just like examples of stuff we don't have any in stock left. You just click the plus and restock based on that, right? Fill out all the information you want, all that good stuff. You definitely can. So if you guys are using something that's harder to use, so pretty much anything but Boxem or Seller Central, and you want to make shipments a lot faster and track your profit, all that good stuff, make sure you guys try it for 2 weeks for free. Big analytics update that should be public. A lot of you guys have been on the beta for that and been loving it. So I just did like my taxes using Boxem reports, basically. Makes it all a lot simpler. We got some crazy stuff in the works too. Can't spoil too much there, but make sure you guys try Boxem. It's kind of the best way to manage your business these days. Do you get penalized for having out of stock inventory? No. The only thing is if you can stay in stock on an item for a really long time, you'll gradually win more and more buy box. So on a lot of listings, you might see like a really big seller winning like a disproportionate amount of sales. Usually that's because they've been good at staying in stock for a long time and the buy box rotation kind of trusts them. It gives them a little bit more sales. But if you stock out and you did it profitably, then that's not a bad thing. That means you made some money.
Yeah, and then at some point, if that or similar items come in, now you're more prepared. How do you determine who you storefront stock from? Start out with just online arbitrage products you see in our videos. Honestly, yeah, start with online arbitrage products you see in our videos. And on that topic too, I posted a good, literally today, like advanced online arbitrage, just like time-saving hacks video. You guys should totally check out too. A lot of very important foundational stuff in there that make a big difference. As well. What's up, David here? Of course, Amanda, we got you.
What up, David?
We got you.
Yeah, check out Miles' video, and then I also dropped one a couple hours ago, just kind of showing you guys the for any of you beginners trying to make that like next or first 10K in profit or so, kind of put it all in one clean video for you guys. Let's see. It comes to popular sales everybody knows about. This is a good question. How do you decide which products to buy without getting stuck that are likely to get flooded? Yeah, so the main thing is just using as many different kind of discounts as possible, right? So everyone might see a certain sale, and you'd also be surprised. Like the Nike website, maybe the only one I could think of where like a sale would happen, there'd be like 40 new sellers on it. you'd be surprised how few people kind of take advantage of every sale that goes on. But you can also see it on the Keepa chart. Like if you look at the past and you see like kind of every few months or once a year, there's a big increase of sellers. So it's probably from the same sale you're looking at. So you can kind of get a rough gauge as to what might happen on that listing. And you also just need to create as much margin as possible, right? So everyone might be on the sale, but not everyone's going to use the discounted gift card and stack the extra couple percent that website might give you on loyalty points and that kind of stuff, right? So just make sure you're making that buy cost as low as possible, and then you're making money where other people can't compete with you, basically. Let's see. How do you go asking for a return? Yeah, so you don't need to return the inventory, Hannah. You can just submit your invoice for that brand. Just use 10 units. If you guys are seeing like crazy unit requirements, still been using 10. It is working pretty successfully. Done it 20, 25 times or so.
Yep. Hi, Warner and Miles. When sending items to Prep Center for billing, can I use my LLC name? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has to be either personal name or LLC name. Both of those are on your Amazon account. You can do both. You can use one. You can use the other. Both those are going to work. Right there too, guys. Also, next weekend, right? As Warner was saying a little bit earlier, a bunch of Easter sales kicking off probably in the next couple of days, honestly. So I think Garrett and I are going to do an Easter live stream sourcing for you guys as well.
Sounds good. Let's see. Can't find the listing for the product. Can't find somewhere to buy it. So like with some clothing listings, like I was even looking at something for that on like I said, I was recording a video. I was finding some Cuddle Dove stuff earlier. The listing wasn't the same name, but the fabric blend was the exact same, and the picture looked very, very similar, right? So it's kind of just like when you're looking at your source and looking at the Amazon listing, just ask yourself, like, if I was buying this on Amazon, would I be nice and happy with what I'm basically receiving, what I'm sending into Amazon? And for the most part, if the answer is yes, then you can go for it.
Fun fact files. Lower if you find it quickly at a full price, probably not worth it. I mean, as long as there's no history of price tanking, it could still totally be good. It's a good point.
Yeah, if you're worried about stuff, like if you're worried about competition, you can always just FBM it too.
Facts.
Just kind of beat everyone else to the listing, make your money before everyone else floods onto it if you're worried about that.
Exactly, dude. The interesting thing I've seen this kind of Q1 and Q2 is there's like an older demographic of people that are completely saying like goodbye FBM, which is not a problem, right? And just all FBAing, and they basically have like a 2 or 3 week window of having like nothing when they're newer, and then they have like beautiful consistent growth from them, because stuff FBA just moves, man. It just moves. And that was something I like, especially learned this year that I hadn't seen in the past. Like, what you guys should understand watching this is that none of this is one size fits all, right? We love the idea of getting some momentum moving quick FBM, but you don't have to do any FBM if you don't want to. And long term, you'll do very little, right? But you probably should on items where you can see other people FBMing, or during back to school and Q4, the big FBM times of the year. Yeah. So Zach said, Zach in the cut again. What up, Zach? Do you put LLC name and DBA for single member LLC? I think that you just select no DBA, right? But if not, then I mean, you're good to go on that. I'm pretty sure. I know Amazon says to use your personal legal name for single member LLC. That's what I did. Yeah. Do you guys run ads to your products? No. You can do some light PPC, but you're not required to. The beauty of online arbitrage is that we're not reinventing the wheel at all. We're just selling stuff customers already know, like, and trust, that people are already buying today, that they've been buying for a while. Yeah.
You can he kind of quickly touched on, you if you really want to get in the weeds, usually only makes sense if you have something like you have a lot of, you can go in and bid like a dime on a bunch of keywords that are related to that item. But if you've never messed with Amazon ads before, you can figure it out in an hour or two as far as like doing super simple stuff, but you don't have the budget with OA to bid like $1, $2 on stuff, and you don't need to, which is the nice part. So yeah, Amanda's asking about buy box suppression. Yeah, so let's take a look just like this right here. Just like an example of something I was looking at earlier. You can see it has an add to cart button, and the buy box analysis doesn't say suppressed anywhere. Let me see. I'm trying to remember if any of this stuff I was looking at earlier had a buy box suppressed. All those that I'm kind of glancing at. I think this might have a, yeah, so they all have buy box. Basically, if it says suppressed, there's just no add to cart button, and then a customer is just going to have to go in and manually select who they're buying from. Usually that's just going to be a seller who is around the lowest price and the fastest shipping speed. But yeah, you can still have a lot of success. The only thing to avoid, let me see if there's ever been this is like always had a buy box, or this isn't a bad example. So the only thing you'd be careful with is if it had a buy box for a really long time and then it goes away all of a sudden. A lot of times that sales rank is going to go up after that. In this case, it went away because there was no one left on it on the listing. But a lot of times you'll see that it just becomes slightly harder for people to buy it, so it might sell a little bit slower. So you just want to make sure it's got a good history of selling with no buy box if you're going to do that.
Yep. Okay. Thanks. Yes, sir. ONT, we got you. I have a product that is FBM, but I like the prime bump settings sellers are getting. How do I pause the listing and send it FBA through Boxem? Yeah. So David, what you'll do is you'll go in on Boxem and move your stock count to 0 for the FBM listing, right? And then go to create shipment, type in that item. The SKU is going to be waiting for you because you already have you listed. You're going to hit send to FBA, I believe, or new, or basically add a shipment, basically, right? And then you're good to go, man. Nice and easy. Right there.
You'll just add it on here since you already have the SKU created.
Right there.
You just hit the plus. Make sure you
that
just
ASIN Warner. You like that? You like that ASIN?
This is what I use for a lot of examples. So there's like 10 different SKUs for it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Couple replens there. Couple replens. Let's see. What's the best way to get ungated doing? All right. Yeah. So you can just stick to anything that you can grab online. So you just get like 10 units from Target, that kind of thing. And then a lot of retail arbitrage brands will be ungated or auto ungated, just because the reason that they might be at those discount stores is because they might not be the most popular brands, but they still sell really well on Amazon, and it's not quite as like strict to get ungated in that. Basically, you can check it on the fly when you're in the store too. You can always like pretend to sell it through the app, see if it's gated or not.
Finally makes sense. Yeah, man, we got you. Thank you for being here, and we're happy to help here. We're happy to hop on here and answer your guys' questions, talk you guys through this stuff. Got some new videos coming out too, so make sure y'all check those out, and we're happy to help. And then, guys, if you're at square one, your checklist to get started and get sales ASAP, right? Get your Amazon seller account open. For product research, get Keepa and SellerAmp, right? Free trials of SellerAmp, right? For organization, you'll get Boxem, boxem.com. It's who we're on right now, Boxem office hours, right? And then there's some basic supplies, nice and easy. You don't really need to worry about that till you have products. Watch some of our videos. We both have free courses on our channels. You guys should go through those. That'll get you up to speed with like all the vocabulary, how to do storefront stalking, how to make items good, what a good item actually looks like there. And then you'll be, good to go, rock and roll basically on that stuff, nice and easy.
Yep. Let's see. You got a product sold like 50 times, realized it was a little different from the listing, I assume. Should tell Amazon, hope customer doesn't complain. Yeah, just wait until if anyone like returns it or anything like that. A lot of times if it's like slightly different, no one's really gonna pick up on it, and then just don't restock it if you know that it was like a little bit different. Yeah, you might just get some extra returns on that, especially if it was FBA. Let's see, got you, man. See, showing how to list it as FBM first, and yeah, so that was probably like an older shipment video before Boxem was around, so that's like an unnecessary step one now, basically. Zach, you'll just go into just pop it into Boxem. You might have to list the item first as like an FBA SKU, but yeah, there's no reason to like do FBM first or anything like that. You'll just pop it into step one, add it to your batch. You're good to go.
8-hour course is gold. Appreciate you. I learned everything from you guys. Thank you for the content. I just launched and it's doing great. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. We are happy to help as you're growing, starting growing at scale, and anything you need, y'all let us know. We're here to help. We got here to help.
Absolutely. Yeah, you making those first sales and everything like that, I assume there, Alexandra. That's love to hear that. I've been seeing a lot of rookies for 2025 starting to pop off. It's fun to see. It's my favorite yearly tradition to see who's going to be the ones to start taking off and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, y'all check Price Sunday. I have the one of the best student interviews I've done in a while. This guy Phil, 0 to 100K in 0 to 100K a month in pretty much like 100 days, basically from zero. December 26th,
That's awesome.
I believe is when we did our did our one-on-one call. Bro's an absolute
I thought it was impossible to scale without Nike though, Miles.
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, no. All we tell these people to do is only sell Nike, max out all your credit cards. Nah, fuck that. Obviously, don't use leverage. And obviously, there's no one's been able to sell Nike for a year, right? So that is not something that exists, right? Yeah. Is it possible to overcome Nike regated? Yep. All my suppliers are. Oh, dude, get some OA going, Brian. Get some OA going, man. If you do a bunch of good
use
art,
those. You already have a bunch of product ideas. Now
Yeah,
you know how to get them cheaper online too.
Yeah, man. And you have Fluidity reading Keepa,
Yeah, just grab an online invoice. There's also, I'm not sure if the Nike app is like that, but a lot of in-store apps, if you link it to your account, you can have like your billing address showing. I don't think Nike's like that, but it could be worth checking just to be sure. Would you consider buying an item if the brand is on it, but there's a lot of FBA and FBM sellers? Personally, I usually avoid that. I'm a little more on the cautious side there. But I know like you'll see a lot of items where there's never been any history of them kicking people off, and there's 10, 15, 20 third-party sellers all the time competing with the brand. And there's, people making money. So it's kind of up to your own risk tolerance on that.
Thanks, of course, Brian.
Absolutely, Brian.
Yeah, and basically, so Brian's done all RA thus far, right? RA tends to have really good profit margins, guys. You just might find a little bit less products overall on like a per unit basis, right? OA is a little bit lower margin, but there's high scalability, there's high delegatability to it. You don't gotta leave the crib, right? So there's pros and cons to both. The nice thing is you can do both at the same time, even on the same account. Nice and easy.
Yep. So you're going through the YouTube course. Yeah, for sure, Robert. Yeah, I know they talk about like private label, which is great as well. You can definitely do
private label totally works. Yeah.
You can do private label as well, but you're definitely right. It's a little cheaper, a little easier to figure everything out. Plus, even like very successful private label sellers, every 1 out of every 3 or 4 is actually successful for them in terms of like actually scaling. So yeah, you can make a bunch of money reselling and just dump that into growing your money with some private label. You can afford to make some bad product ideas and that kind of stuff. I know there's lots of good stories in the community of people that like tried private label and launched some little product that didn't do so well, and they go to reselling and crush it. So
say yes, sir. Yeah, and that private label just costs a lot more money to get started with too, as well. So like Warner was saying, yeah, just stick to OAR, get some cash flow, get some money that you can then afford to take, bigger risks in terms of starting PL as well.
Next trip tossed you a fourth of a coffee or something like that. Let's see. You got an IP complaint. Yeah, Alexandra, you can just send that in and we can add that as a potential brand to be on the lookout for. Another good resource for like IP complaining brands is Seller Journal Greenlight. It's like a free website. And then just check and make sure that there's a good history of like lots of third-party sellers, basically. Yeah, one thing at the dollar store. Yeah, like a pile of napkins, something like that.
Yeah. Sweet, cool. So yeah, whatever questions y'all got here, we'll stay on a couple more minutes for this Boxem office hours. We're happy to help. Whatever can help you guys grow your Amazon business the right way, end to end start too. As well, we are happy to help, my friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go get y'all taxes done too. No ducking the IRS. Warner, we're just talking about that prior to hopping on.
I'm always jealous talking to friends and like Ashley and stuff. It's like, oh, it took me 10 minutes to do my taxes.
Oh, yeah, right. Absolute fact that, yeah.
Yeah, and if you guys are confused on all that kind of stuff, there's an awesome video I've made. Pretty much every year I interview our friend Chris Potter, who is actually qualified to answer a lot of like the tax questions that I hear. So you guys can just go up like Amazon seller taxes, and you can learn how to take care of all your taxes, all that kind of stuff. And then as far as like things to track all that, you can just track all your expenses in like QuickBooks or Google Sheets, and then everything on Amazon track through you have track through Boxem on the Boxem P&L. So every single unit sold and Amazon fees and all that kind of stuff. Then just throw on the boxes you spent and that kind of stuff. Just track that. I'll just track that in like a Google Sheet, basically make it nice and simple.
Oh yeah. Cool. All right. Sounds good. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Yeah, you can opt to an LLC later. If you get started with sole prop, that's personally what I did. Just always make sure you give Amazon a call prior to do anything like that. So yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in for another Boxem Office Hours. It's a beautiful day. Go source some product, go make some money, and let us know if we can help on the next stream, guys.
Absolutely. Let's get after it today, folks. See you next.